Hello everyone, Ace here, and today we are back with another Ace Impressions, this time having a look at Total War Warhammer 3, or more specifically the Immortal Empires campaign that recently dropped for it. So, to answer the question of whether or not this is worth the asking price, I have to answer that it depends on whether or not you're a new player or an old player. Someone that is new to Warhammer 3 or someone that isn't. If you're new to Warhammer 3, then the answer is no. And the reason for this answer is because you're expected to not only own Total War Warhammer 3 to access all of its contents, you're also expected to own Warhammers 1 and 2 as well as the DLCs for all those games. So it is a massive, massive investment, and one that is so extreme that I cannot recommend it to new players. If, however, you're an old player that has already sunk a fair bit of money into these games, well, I can safely say, having played this game, that it is much better than it was at launch. And the Immortal Empires campaign does fix a fair amount of the problems that this game had at launch as well, in my opinion. Anyways, I would say, because one of the big issues with the base game is, well, the campaigns are just... I'm not a huge fan of how they did the campaigns in base Warhammer 3, so having a sandbox mode a la Immortal Empires is a significant improvement in that regard. I will say also that they have done a fair amount to improve several of the factions, and, well, in this playthrough, for example, I've decided to play as Helman Gurst for the... Vampire Counts, and Helman Gurst, sorry, and I can safely say that I think he might actually be a bit overpowered. You'll see why a little bit, I think, but yeah. Once we get in-game proper. Alright, here we go. I think we're on about either turn 99 or turn 100. For context, in this point, we do have a few battles that I have lined up pretty much. So, yeah, it's turn 99, and I've already conquered a fair bit, but that's not what's scary. First of all, the amount of money I've got, and I believe this is normal difficulty. Yeah, let me double check. Yep. So, the normal difficulty, I'm still making a pretty penny, but the real kicker is the sheer number of armies that I've got. So, yeah. Now, a lot of these guys, admittedly... Yeah, a lot of these guys admittedly are heroes as well, but I do have a lot of armies, full stack armies. And the reason why I have so many is because, well, it's cheap to... it's because, well, I'm using mainly zombies. Now, zombies aren't very effective on their own, normally. However, Gorst specifically buffs zombies to a ridiculous degree. In fact, let's see if I can find where he is. He's over here. To show you what I'm talking about, zombies get improved attack, they get armor for his forces anyways, as well as ward save. They get a massive healing cap. The zombies can actually get a regeneration on their own anyways of the Ravenous Dead ability. And he can make them even cheaper to both recruit and upkeep, meaning that you can have massive armies of these guys on top of the tech tree and all that. So, and these guys, not only can you have a massive number on them, but they've been buffed to such a point that a lot of stuff just will not be able to kill them. So, I've seen these guys outlast a fair bit of stuff. I'm gonna destroy this settlement here. I'll just auto-resolve it because easy enough. So there goes our little... So we've got ourselves a small settlement there. But that's not the only thing I'm going to be doing. I'm actually moving towards the in-game part, so we'll go ahead and actually try to attack this territory. Clan Moors. We might as well actually go ahead and... I mean, I'm going to end up declaring war on these guys anyways, and I've kind of been anticipating that. So I do actually have to wait for my armies to conduct some siege equipment, which is fine. I'll just build some of that. And now that we actually have a whole bunch of enemy armies, we can, in the area, we can potentially start deleting them piecemeal if we really want. He's decided to flee, which is good for us. Unfortunately, I now have another enemy in these guys, so I'll have to deal with that. Alright, so my plan is going to be to order these guys down south, try to pick a fight with Moors here. While that's happening, I have another army, another potential fight up here to deal with. I'm going to, I guess, hold the line there for now. Yeah, he can be, I'll just move him over there. Steam notifications, sorry about that. Alright, now let's see what we can... We can't really upgrade too much right now. Strangely, we can't really... Oh yeah, we have to upgrade the main settlement. That's okay. I'll just get that and that. So yeah, I've got a lot of money to spend because, well, yeah. And also I can actually start producing a massive number of additional armies, and that's another part that makes these that makes Gorst as hilarious as this. I will go ahead and actually auto-resolve, even though I'll lose a lot of stuff, because this is enough enemies dealt with that I think it'll make up for it for the most part. And I don't really want to focus on that. I want to focus on the actual siege battle, because that is something that was a problem in the base game, was that the AI for sieges was a little bit... Oh dear, they're actually... Okay, so never mind. I'm going to have to fight this battle instead. Okay, cool. So they've got a few guys here that are basically... Okay, so they've got a few heroes and some heavier stuff, but I should have the numbers to, I think, be able to actually take these guys on. We will see. This is already turning into quite the interesting little match, I think. We'll see how this goes. Hopefully, I mean, the garrison units have just started building up their strength, so that's probably not going to be too useful. However, if I'm lucky, I should be able to delete this little army here without too much difficulty. I do have a few zombies to throw at them at the very least. I noticed that the auto-resolve bar is still a little bit... It still needs to be worked out itself, because these guys are going to probably... It's going to probably be pretty one-sided. We will see, of course, but in my experience, this is probably going to be a fairly one-sided engagement. So it looks like they're mainly going to advance on us from that way. Okay. I kind of want to build some walls here, but... Or alternatively, I could build a tower. I'm thinking I'm going to hold off on the walls for immediate time being and actually focus on building towers up. These guys I'm not going to really do too much with, so instead they're going to be a force mainly focused on holding off these guys. We'll see how that goes. That is a pretty tough unit there, but... My main focus is going to be on this front here. Now, vampire counts being vampire counts, we can't really do much as far as ranged. However, with the exception of the towers, of course. However, we do have the fire. We do have the numbers, I think, to just whittle them down this way in a close-up fight. So. I think I'm, for the most part, happy with how things are, so I'll deploy these guys up here, and we will start the fight immediately. Plan's going to be, we're going to use our lords to deal with the sorcerer, who's going to be casting spells on us. It's going to be a decent little chunk of his health gone, which will be good for us. Unfortunately, we do need to... Alright, we'll deal with the noble there, or the lord there. Actually, no, that's going to be their main effort. That's unfortunate. Okay, well, change of plans. We'll deploy there. Let's see how much damage we can do. If we can get the Chaos Sorcerer here down, we can at least... if we can get him to run away, we won't have to deal with the spells so much, so that will be good news for us. Now we actually have the money to invest in some good defenses. And I think I'm going to start with a tower there. That is something I do wish they would actually improve upon, because the towers are still a case of just magically being conjured up like that. And, well, I get it that this is a fantasy, but still. Try engaging them with our lord and hero there. They're immortal already, so... All right.
Do not mock me.
If we take out their hero, or their lord, that is going to be a number on their morale, which will be good for us. Alright, so it looks like we've gotten their lord here at least on the run, but can we take him out proper? Alright, it looks like we're going to have to fight him here now. That line is starting to completely crush what's left, which is good. The enemy lord, I think, is dead now, so we can now move these guys over this way and act as reinforcements. I will actually use you might as well damage the giant here a little bit more. I mean, why not? Beast of Nurgle is unstable and hopefully should die soon. Then we can move what's left over here. Deal with them. Okay. Trying to get myself... Ooh.
Your time has come.
Vampire Lord, all that breathes shall die.
So we are losing units. However, we are holding the line as doing better than the game thought we were going to do, I'm pretty sure. Because we pretty much annihilated... Yep. So, with another monster down, we can now take out these guys, and that should be a significant advantage for us. Ah, Chaos Sorcerer. That's going to be what's causing us the issue. Oh, darn it, they took the victory point. That's unfortunate. But our reinforcements are coming. We should be able to deal with what's left of them.
Swiftly.
I'm probably going to take him out, but he is immortal, so we will see.
Will join us.
Heal himself, might as well.
Everybody will perish.
Crush the breathers.
Now we can go ahead and start building this thing again. Is there any other defenses I can build in this area? Yes, I could build another tower here. So we can, in case things get really dicey, use that as a third position to start shooting at them from. Giant's almost dead.
Blood frenzy.
Chaos Sorcerer is now on the run. That's good. These guys are putting up a nasty little fight for us. I will give them that. The giant is now on the run and broken. If we can take him out of the fight permanently, that would be excellent. Good. Now we have the rest of our troops. Oh, I didn't even... Okay. Send these guys in as additional reinforcements. Now it's a matter of wearing out what's left. That's some unfortunate timing.
You serve me.
Vampire.
Seriously, dude?
Swiftly.
Okay, now he's down. So now they're not going to be able to cast any more of those spells to annoy us with, which is good. I'll have you heal up. So yeah, I think we've pretty much got this fight in the bag, all things considered. They do have some high-level stuff left, of course. They still also have, including an Exalted Hero of Khorne, but not really going to do too much once I wear them out this way, so. Still, they are putting up a game little fight, that's for sure. Another tower, because why not?
Find me if you dare. I hunger at once.
Alright, now they're down to just 6 units of those guys. Or 6 of those guys, so perfect. Thing is, these guys are also pretty expensive, I'm pretty sure, whereas the stuff I'm fighting them off with is just dirt cheap. Cast another spell on these guys, and they are starting to waver.
Vampire.
Well, that's the end of these guys for the most part.
What?
All right. So that's a victory for us. Might as well go ahead and take care of the Exalted Hero here.
Vampire. All life must end.
Whittle down his health a little bit more. Without their little hero there, this will be a much easier fight in the future. There we go. Now they're going to run away, but they do have a little bit of a distance to travel before they actually get to safety, so might as well whittle these guys down too. We're down to 4. You say, Pyric, but we weren't supposed to win that fight at all. Now, I did lose some units, I'm pretty sure. Though it's not a guarantee. There's always the chance that some of these units will actually have survived, and I can replenish them. But the enemy units, on the other hand, yeah. I'm pretty sure that's all 3 of their... that's their lord and their 2 heroes there down for the count. Plus, most of the units are either completely destroyed or heavily damaged and thus unable to really continue fighting us in any real meaningful capacity. And the 2 units that do actually have any health to them are Chaos Hounds, which will not last very long in a fight anyways. They did give us a pretty tough fight, though, I will say. A bit harder than I expected, but we were able to pull through, and we've pretty much... So, did we even... All the units that were reduced to 0, we actually saved. That is perfect. And they only have 3 units left out of their entire army. And again, only one of them is of any note, and it's these guys. So yeah, that's an army that's been pretty much annihilated. That it said that we couldn't win. I'll accept that, because why not? I'll go ahead and also fight this as a Pyric, or let it go like that, because that's another army completely wiped out. Yeah, so go ahead, get him another skill, because why not? He's at level 16, which is not too bad. I'm gonna go with this one. So yeah, is the game actually worth the asking price? Well, like I said, again, if you are new to Total War Warhammer 3 and have never played any of the Total War Warhammers before, at least anyways, well, the answer would be no. If you have, however, played the other game, or if you do own the other games, then it starts to make sense as to why to buy this. So, yeah. I'm going to go ahead and save. And of course, this is... oh, I do need to show one other thing, although this is a long-standing thing with the undead anyways. But basically, you can easily create massive armies with 0 difficulty thanks to these guys. Because I can easily get some free nobles here, which we will recruit 2. Technically, I can recruit a 3rd, because why not? However, I'm going to use these guys here. Campaign movement range. Mainly for their benefit in the end here. So, this guy... Go for that for the start, and I can instantly start producing a massive army of these dudes. Now, let's see. What do I want in addition to these guys? See how dirt cheap these guys are also, by the way? Let's add this. Already got 10 units, so I need another 10 to max out. So yeah, instantly got another army. A big one, too. And while we're at it, we'll also add a Necromancer just to do this one, because...
That will do nicely. Necropolis awaits.
There we go. So we got a free army there, essentially.
My cruelty knows no limits.
Go ahead, delete this army too, just because. So yeah, like I said, if you're new to Total War Warhammer, it is... Well, I would personally recommend not picking it up if you're new to Total War Warhammer 3. But if you've already got and played Total War Warhammer, any of the other games, then now is actually the time where you might want to consider picking this one up, I think. It's not perfect. There are definitely still issues, and not minor ones, admittedly. The auto-resolve needs to be fixed for one thing. However, the actual game itself, I think, is in a state where I can say, if you own the other stuff, then it might actually be worth your time now. But yeah, in any case, let me go ahead and save. Right, and once this is done saving, I'll go ahead and exit out. But yeah, like I said, I do think Agorist might be a little bit OP right now, although hopefully it should get balanced out if need be. But yeah, in any case, this has been Ace. Hope to see you guys again soon. Take care. Ace out.